Hello everybody, Andy here again. I watched a video earlier on by Flydarling, Lesley, and she was asking what is it that you love about YouTube. And I did leave a comment, but I thought there's no way that I'm going to ever be able to do a complete comment and put everything in that I wanted to. So I thought I'd just record this. This is going to be one of my thinking out loud videos because I haven't really thought about this, although like most people I suppose it's one of those subjects that we possibly think about all the time anyway. What do I love about YouTube? Well, there's not much that I dislike about the site. I know the idea wasn't to talk about the bad things, so I'm not going to, but there isn't that much as far as I'm concerned. There's so much out there, lots of things going on at the moment with the the court cases and all this sort of going, which has possibly made us think about it again, made us reevaluate, and made us think about what it is that we like about this site. That sort of possibility in the background that it could be in trouble in one way or another, and it's made you think, I would miss this. I'm sure everybody would miss it. We've got varying degrees of involvement within the site. We all give ourselves out to the site in lots of different ways, and as I said, to varying degrees as well. Some people are more involved with the site than others. Some people make more videos, put more of themselves out there. From a personal point of view, I put a fair amount of myself out there. Yes, I hold back certain bits as well, but that's just the way I am, I suppose, and there's certain things I don't particularly want to divulge, but generally, as I said before, what you see is what you get. But it's become an increasingly big part of my life for lots of different reasons. One of them is that I can do this, something I've mentioned lots of times. It gives me an opportunity to put my feelings, my thoughts, etc., my bits of my life or something. It gives me an opportunity, a vehicle, a channel to put that out there and to speak my mind basically, and to put my thoughts out there, and people respond to them. And that's the amazing thing about it. You find like-minded people across the world, across age groups, every single barrier you can think that's out there in the real world, if you want to call it that. All those barriers that we have to break down, or people have to break down, most of the time they're not there on YouTube. They may be there, but we choose to ignore them because we meet people that are like-minded souls, don't we? And it doesn't matter how old they are. Something I said before, I have subscribers that are sort of 14-year-old kids right up to, well, I don't like to call them kids, they're not the young adults, but right up to older adults, should we say, sort of in their sort of 50s, 60s, whatever. And everybody's listening to each other, everybody's learning from each other, and we're all interacting with each other, that big community, the bloggerhood, whatever you want to call it. And I do feel that in some ways is getting stronger and stronger. The recent sort of trials and tribulations with the Viacom episodes and everything, that seems to have brought a lot of people together even more, signing petitions, making videos, watching each other's videos, listening to sort of different points of view. I think that's sort of brought us together, as I said, and made us possibly stronger, because that's something that communities need to do, isn't it? They get together, whether on here, through a common cause, and that's that's once again something that brings people together. We have a common cause with that sort of court case type of thing, but we have a common cause here. It's the interaction. That's the common cause. We get together, we interact with each other, we make friends here basically. And as I've said before in other videos, that I have more interaction with my friends here on YouTube than I do in the real world. If maybe I spend too much time here looking at videos, making videos, whatever, thinking about videos. That's another thing. Life has become that sort of video opportunity where you're always thinking about things. Right, I could make a video out of it, like this, classic example. I had no intention of making a video, and here comes along a subject and you think, well, I need to talk about that for whatever reason, and you need to put your thoughts out there, answer to that person, because you want to talk. It's like a conversation, okay? It's a slightly distracted sort of conversation. It takes a while to sort of get the bits going backwards and forwards, but you do feel that you're talking to someone. Someone else has said to me before, I'm making a video, they feel that I'm talking to them. I feel that you're talking to me. Don't feel that I'm talking to sort of potentially hundreds of people or whatever. I don't think about that side of things. I just talk. That's just me. In fact, I'm just talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Some people sort of picture a person in the distance, and maybe the average viewer or something like that, and that's how they do it. But other people say they watch the videos and they feel that I'm talking to them, or that person is talking to them individually, and they get something out of that, something that they wouldn't get out of a blog or whatever it might be. So that's one of the things I love about this site. It gives me an opportunity to do things, as I said, do things like this, putting the thoughts out of the vlogs, etc. Also, I did a video earlier on about singing. Now, I would never ever do something like that, probably in real life, unless I had several drinks, alcoholic drinks at that. And here I am sitting perfectly sober in the bedroom, singing Billy Joel songs, potentially to the world, all that sort of potential ridicule and that. But I don't care. I think, yes, it was a bit. There's a bit of trepidation there. It wasn't the easiest video to make, but I thought, I'm gonna have a go at this. I don't care. Let's have a bit of fun. After all, that's what this is all about. I would never have done that otherwise. You get the feedback from people. You know that people are going to be good about it generally. Yes, they might think, well, there's a few probably cringing and maybe aren't going to comment, but several other people will actually make, well, it wasn't that great, but yeah, well done for you for doing it. And all the other opportunities that I've had. I had an email today from some people, actually. I will expand on this in another video, but who wanted to use my videos to help sort of older people, should we say, people of my age and older, getting them to look at their life maybe from a slightly different way, and to realise that they can, use things that I've been talking about and take them on board, and see their life in the future as maybe it's got a bit more than they thought that it had. And to me, that's great. Someone gets in touch with you from outside a website, and this is like a community project as well in another part of Britain, and they're getting in touch with me because they seen some of my videos. Now, to me, that's great. That's another reason that I like YouTube. It gives me the opportunity to talk to people like that, share my hopefully enthusiasm for certain aspects of life, and put them out there. And as I said, I know I get the feedback from the people who watch my videos generally, but when it comes to an outside source like that, that sort of rubber stamps it a little bit, that people are watching, people are taking notice, and are thinking along the same wavelengths. And then you've got the gatherings and all that sort of thing. Once again, opportunities come along. Going to the London gathering was a big thing for me. It was a relatively small gathering, but I met people there, and it had a big impression, made a big impression on me, and that sort of made me want to go to America, and what a trip that's going to be to South Tube, and the opportunities that's arisen out of that. And that would never have happened apart from YouTube. So we're getting together, whether it be online, in real life, gatherings, whatever it might be. And I think that's the real thing. I didn't come here for friendship. I've seen a lot of people say this. I didn't know what I come here for originally, just to start making videos. Then I realised it was something that maybe I wanted to do, without realising it, something that I needed to do maybe even as well. It's given me the opportunity to try lots of different things here that maybe I've always thought about doing and never had a real opportunity. But now you realise that the friendship side of it, that sort of the community side, is what keeps you here more than anything. Yes, I enjoy making the videos and I intend to keep doing it, but I'm making them for the people out there, and partly because of that sort of interaction, the bouncing off of each other, ideas I get. A lot of my ideas come from other videos, from people's comments, from messages, etc. like that. So come from you guys and girls out there. So that's one reason why I love this site so much, and I'm sure a lot of people are the same. As I said, it's become an increasingly big part of my life in lots of different ways. I find myself thinking about the site, the people, videos, whatever, quite a lot of my time now. It sort of takes up more of my time. I'll be interested to know if other people have found that as well. It creeps up and you find yourself at work. I don't have anything to do with YouTube at work. I'm not allowed to look at sort of my sort of email accounts or things like that, or the site itself, and I would find it incredibly distracting if I did. So that's not a problem, but I do find myself thinking about it when I'm at work, when I'm laying in bed or awake in the middle of the night, and you're jotting down things like that. So maybe that's a bit strange, maybe that's a bit worrying, but to me it's great. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be here. I wouldn't be here if it was fun, because ultimately that's what it is. It should be fun. I came here for a bit of fun, for some enlightenment. I've explored the site. There's so much out there. I've learned so much about things, about life, about people, about countries, other ways of life and things like that, which is another thing. There's so many things I could go on and on and on, but I'll leave some for you. So why don't you make a response to Lesley as well? What is it that you love about YouTube? I'm sure you do love it, and you probably wouldn't be here otherwise. Anyway, thanks for your time. Thanks for putting up with that. I shall speak to you again soon. Goodbye.